Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel. And it is Sunday, which means it is time for the Blind and the Special. And, sorry. I'm finishing posting something to Instagram, and it was talking. So yes, we're doing a Blind and the Special today where we do have some news. We also have a very funny story. Pincalo has a very funny story. Um, very, very funny. Um, and we also, unfortunately, cannot do the elliptical challenge. It's why am I on the shitty camera? Because probably didn't recognize that I plugged it back in. Let me fix that.
It's on the potato.
Hold on.
Why is it on the potato?
Hold on a second.
Why'd you put it on the potato?
I didn't. It defaults. Whenever you unplug it and replug it, it doesn't recognize that you've plugged it back in, so it still potatoes you.
Potato. Hello.
Are you dressed?
No, I'm standing in front of the camera with my ass shaking in front of it, so it's all nice and naked. It's making Toss very, very happy.
Who?
Original Shroom. Hello, Ken Fox. Hello, Blake. Hello, Colston. Hello, Grilling Piles Split. Hello, Ginger Snap. Did I miss anybody?
I haven't gotten into tat. I haven't gotten into tat
Is
yet.
our favorite homosexual in the chat? Mr. Amashing, who I had to virtue signal for earlier?
Probably not. He might be on Der Ratskiller.
Okay. I'll be back.
Okay.
Continue on your quest of knowledge.
So yeah, we're just we're getting everything sorted out here. I've got some news stories opened up. We've got Pincalo's funny story.
It's not a funny story. It's a sad story.
I find it funny.
You find it funny that the guy started out the entire thing by putting up you need to ask Jesus to come into my eyes.
I don't want Jesus to come in my eyes.
That's not what I said, though. I go, wait, if Jesus did that, I'd go blind. And I'll go get my phone and we'll bring up the entire thread.
But I don't want Jesus to come in my eyes.
I figured it'd go blind, but he said you'll see forever.
So, yeah. So what we're gonna do instead of the elliptical challenge, because Pincalo thinks that there's a bearing.
You guys want to hear this thing? Listen to this. Hear that creaky noisy?
Ooh, what was that?
That's nothing. But listen.
And that's just it.
Shh! So that, without any weight, is somewhere around the bearing. So I think a bearing was actually bad and it broke. Now, because this was a gift from a friend, there's no warranty, so I have to figure out how to fix the thing and find the bearing for it. Should be fun.
Yeah. I miss using the it's weird.
You've only been without it for 2 days.
Yeah. It's weird. Like I've only been using it for a month.
There, like look, I'll do a couple quick cycles on it so everyone can actually hear how it sounds in total. Can you hear that?
That's quieter for. Yeah, that's actually a lot quieter than it was.
But if I put the ramp up, it gets worse.
Oh yeah.
And the more resistance.
Yeah.
So that, and from where the squeak seems to be, it seems to be from the bearing where it connects to the flywheel. So, and here's the funnier problem. None of my Allen keys fit it. The SAEs don't bite into it, and my metrics don't bite into it. And it's somewhere between a 4 and a 4.5. But So if it's between 4 and a 4.5, the 7/16 should work. It's not a 7/16. It's slightly smaller. So I think the bolts are askew too. So I'm kind of fuckered.
That's sorry. I'm trying to breathe my drink.
Well, you shouldn't do that on camera, lady.
That's and it's not like, and that's the thing. Like, because it was a gift, we don't have any warranty or anything like that.
Oh, and there's no support for these anymore.
Yeah, there's no support from the company anymore either. They've basically abandoned this particular model of elliptical for their, other newer ones. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to do. I do.
I might call Good Life and see if I could borrow one of their technicians. But I just don't know if I can still do it or not. They might quote, we're sorry, but for liability purposes, you can't hire one of our knowledgeable technicians. That's kind of what
That's exactly what they'd say.
So.
Yeah, that's exactly what they would say.
So I'd have to hire one of them freelance, and that's a pain in the ass, and yeah.
Sure, it's just Pincalo breaking wind, said Girl in Pirate Beat. No, his don't go thunk like that.
What?
That thunk, Girl in Pirate Beat.
No, mine are silent and deadly.
No, they're not silent at all. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, they're like an elephant. They're obnoxious and it'll stomp you into death.
That's better.
Especially if I have eggs and cheese.
And lettuce.
But that's my favorite breakfast. I like to eat chicken and vegetables with bacon.
So, I'm trying to improvise with a challenge.
So, did you do your thingy with that?
My thingy?
Your thingy. Did you do your...
Yeah, I was wrong. I thought it was citrus and it was raspberry.
Oh, no. But it's close. But not quite.
And I also did I made it a 2-in-1 video. Because I hit 4,000 followers over on TikTok. So,
now,
yeah.
Wait, let's cut the people off of the past. Chinese spyware. Do you use Facebook?
I said this all on Friday night. I said there is nothing, because the face recognition stuff. People are so concerned about the Chinese
Snapchat
and TikTok with face recognition. Snapchat isn't even the worst of it. Facebook, you can set to recognize and name you in pictures.
Yeah.
You fucking retards! Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
It's true though, and really, it is weird that so many people are shitting on this. And yes, it's a little bit of spyware. Who cares? What are they going to do? Have my credit. You know what? Here, if you can fix my credit by stealing my identity, please go ahead. It will help me buy a house. I will be very happy at that point.
Do you know how many freaking Facebook friends I have whose pictures I can scroll through on Facebook and they'll say image may contain, and they will name the person.
Children.
Yeah, if people are dumb enough to have child Facebook accounts, because
Guess what?
There is now Facebook Kids Messenger.
But guess what? By doing that, what are they violating?
Terms of actually no. COPA, not terms of service, because Facebook now has Facebook Kids.
They're violating
Messenger.
their own fucking laws that they came up with.
Yep.
But nobody's gonna say anything. See, that's the funny thing. And again, another interesting coincidence about all this is TikTok became known as the highest rated mobile platform for video back in like October, November. All of this shit started being posted on Facebook around mid-November, December.
Yeah.
All the spyware stuff. Now, we all complained about how every time we get a platform that is an alternate platform to YouTube, Twitter, anything that's not going to be all weird and shit, it disappears. They're using the public to make another viable platform disappear.
Yep.
Jason Fair, who was the CEO for Disney.
Kevin Fair,
thank you. Why did I say Jason? Don't know. He runs TikTok US. It's the misinformation is insane. So, you have to look at it that way.
And this,
think about it.
And this,
every single piece of technology that we currently use, from your cell phones, your iPhones, your Android phones, everything. Where's the data go? What is the purpose? See, this is the other thing. The whole worrisome part of data. Well, guess what? People have been selling our data since the 80s.
Get the
phone numbers going to, think about it this way, the yellow pages, the white pages, the phone books, the phone lists that would go to call centers all around the world before we had this technology. Our data's been sold our whole fucking lives.
And then, not only that, but you've got
COVID app
you've got the COVID
on everybody's fucking phones.
But not just that. You want to talk about how TikTok bad. Fucking Huawei is still sponsored on Twitter, but TikTok bad. Okay, fuck off. Seriously.
It's the truth, though. Now, what's the counterpoints in chat gonna say here? Pirate Pete says greetings, or Costin says greetings. Hi everyone, what time is it?
You're
the camera is low res again. Yeah, it's fine on the live page.
Refresh the live thing again. It might, because I fixed the camera.
I am so ugly looking. Holy crap! This is terrifying. Why do I look like giant ape? Oh.
We've also been having major
the modem issues. Fucked right now. We ready for this?
Really badly.
To combat coronavirus, I believe Rogers has decided to cut off 5G because our 5G side of it just shut completely off.
Like, you guys saw me, I don't know how many of you guys saw me streaming last Sunday, Mortal Kombat, but there were a few matches where I would do a move, and it would be like,
oh shit! If anybody catches my Twitch stream, you'll see me. I glitch into kills.
Yeah. Or like there were a couple of throws I did where Joker literally he threw them halfway and then stopped and then finished the throw again.
So where are we here? It's just Pincalo. Okay, that reminds me of the story from a teacher of deaf kids when she had to tell them that people can hear them fart. That's when you go. But yeah, I should really post that we are live over there on the Twitter stuff.
Go and also get your phone to read the tweets.
Right, to read the tweets.
So, because Pincalo got into an argument with a pastor. Was he a priest or a pastor?
Pastor.
So yeah, Pincalo.
My guess is young Earth creationist.
Pincalo got into an argument with a pastor last night. And
wow, we're putting out 720, but we're looking like 140.
Ew.
Holy shit. And I've got no other connections on. If you want to kill your phone, see what happens.
Okay, then you'll have to just keep an eye on the StreamYard screen.
Yeah, this is fucking bad. Move, please. Out of my seat. Out of the producer's
Good,
chair.
I can have something to... Ow! So, guys, there is if you want to make me suffer, you can make me do push-ups.
Yes, she is taking physical.
$2 per minute, and I get to see how many push-ups.
Are y'all talking about the game? No. Just about. Or look at this. If you look, it's looking like shit. So now I got to play with the settings, and judging from the fact that half the stuff on the screen hasn't loaded, I got a bad feeling. So you talk.
So is there any way you could possibly call Rogers tomorrow and see what the hell they can do? Why?
Because the stores are not accessible.
I didn't say go to a store.
I have to go to a store in order to give them the modem. I have to go directly to a store. Otherwise, I have to have all of the information for the person who owns the internet connection.
Why in the fuck don't they let people mail things back and forth? Then
we would be without modem for 3 weeks.
Well, we wouldn't send it back till...
That's not how it works. Or I can just go buy a fucking gateway for like $150, $200. Then we wouldn't have to be worried about using their system.
We also don't have money for that.
There's the problem.
We don't have $200.
So, $240. You
want to pause that?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Hold Well, I'm using it to know what the resolution is.
I know, but
on the live page going out, what I can see on the live is 1080 resolution on the live.
Right.
I can see on my phone
that we look
80.
like potato heads.
We're worse than potatoes. We look like Minecraft fucking characters. We are made of square. A modem, okay? A gateway, you know.
A router?
Is this what they're not called? Are they not called modems anymore? Like,
No.
are modems not called gateways anymore? That's what they always used to be called. It's called a gateway. A gateway modem. It's a gateway. It's a modem and a router. It has multiple outputs. Goes from a single input, multiple outputs, and it's a modem.
So if you'd like to help us not be potato heads, please consider hitting up that Streamlabs, and I'll do push-ups.
She will do push-ups, and I'll put the camera on her as she does them, so you can make sure she's not doing them on her knees.
Fuck
she does
that.
not need to be on her knees for the push-ups.
I was the only girl in my gym class who didn't do push-ups on her knees.
All the girls I did were soccer players. If they did...
Wait, did you just say all the girls I did were soccer players?
Yes. All the girls I did see for soccer
No.
players. Trust me, I did not hook up with the soccer players at my high school.
And I quote,
I was
all
the loser
girls
that...
I did were soccer players.
No. Shh. The man whoring didn't happen until after high school.
You still...
That was the man whoring. High school, I was a nerd. High school, nobody talked to me. High school, I was known.
Chat.
High school, nobody knew my real name. Everyone knew my nickname.
Help me out here, chat.
Gateway was a computer company about 50 miles from me. Gateway was actually a shitty mail-in company where you could... They were like the first payment plan computer system where you could put a down payment on and have the Gateway randomly delivered to your house. And then MGD bought Gateway out and did that. Now, Gateway was also... Gateway actually used the old IBM systems. It was actually Compact. Yeah, Compact Gateway. Yeah, Compact Presario Gateway. Yeah, that's it.
Chat, help me out here.
Why should she... What?
He said all the girls I did were soccer players.
I missed a word!
It was a very important word.
At least I can see the girls. Oh! Oh!
At least the girls would probably want to hang out with me more than you.
No. They don't like you. The girls don't like you. You're too manly. You're too
manly
manly for the girls.
I don't like them either.
You're too manly for the boys. Ugh.
That's why our trans friend is just girly enough for me to hang out with, but not girly enough for me to bitch slap across the room.
And Mr. Scott, we're looking like 15 years ago Gateway died.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in Virginia seeing the Gateway store. I remember when Gateway first came out. I remember when I had a Compact Presario. I remember when it was Compact Presario, not just Presario. I remember when it was Presario. Ooh. Oh, I feel old. Ooh.
Ew.
What? Did you take mine?
No, but you didn't make sure there were no seeds in here.
Oh, sorry.
I just smoked a seed.
Maybe you'll get weed lung.
That was not tasty at all.
Oh, well, it happens. Okay, so back to my tweets. On to the tweets of the pastel. I shall read the conversation. It was actually kind of funny. Alright, so what ended up happening was... hold on, let me pull it up here since it's not that far back. So, anyway... By the way, PlayStation is I'm very angry at PlayStation right now.
Why?
The perfect, epic team kill. So.
Was that the PlayStation or was that the modem again?
That was the PlayStation that pissed me off. I went to hit share to get the video grab, and it hit record. I still have a compact from '02. Works like new. Shitty. At least it's not an Alienware. Let's see here. Where to go? That's the list. Oh, by the way, that's the other thing. Anybody seen the Epstein list that's floating around lately? And notice that it's... Yeah, the list. And notice that it's alphabetized by first name. Who the fuck does that? Nobody
No one?
yeah, it was weird. Krill, I pointed this out to Krill, and it makes perfect sense. I just noticed it because Bill Murray was on the list, and I saw Bill Murray's name and Chris Tucker's name and Wanda Sykes and celebrities I actually like. And so I noticed that all of the names are in alphabetical order by first name. Who does that?
A troll?
Exactly. So watch out for the lists that you're getting, people. Some of them may be fake. Okay, now, back to the pastoral conversation with Pastor James. Yes, Pastor James and I were having a wonderful conversation about God and how he's
a pastor, I bet.
No, young earth creationist. And you'll see why in a moment. Sorry to our Christian friends, but you know how I feel about this. You don't try to peddle the woo at me. So, okay. So this all started because it's the weirdest. It was the weirdest fucking thing ever. So the post that I put this on was vintage Super Mario Brothers video game sells for $114,000. Which I'll read that one in a sec. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna read that one right now. Okay, afterwards.
Tangents.
But okay, so that was the story. That's the headline. It's a CP24 article. Vintage Super Mario Brothers video game sells for $114,000. Now that's the Super Mario Brothers.
Nice.
From the original Nintendo. That's where you
yeah.
The really good one, okay? So for no reason, dude goes and puts up this little post thing right here. Right? It's one of those wonderful, wonderful memes of the religion. And it states, please bow your head and say this out loud to live forever. Lord Jesus, I ask you come into my life as my Lord and Savior. I repent my sins and worship you. Amen. And see, I guess, did I just read that? That can't be right. It's all started because I misread it. That's funny. I thought that said eyes. I must have been asleep. Wow, I fucked up the whole thing. But my response was, but if Jesus does that, won't I go blind? I just reread the post.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Unless the guy figured out a way to repost it, but I doubt it. But yeah. Come into my life, not come into my eyes. Oops.
Well, that's less funny.
Oh, no, you're showing the screen. It's too blurry. Okay, is it still doing that stupid thing? Yeah. Hold on a second. Stop the camera. We'll go to that screen. I think that's much more peaceful. This way I can actually try and find my Twitter thread here. Let me... Sweetie, where are you?
What?
Where are you?
I was going to the washroom.
Shh. We don't use those words. Women aren't supposed to do that.
Go to hell.
You go to hell. Okay, hang on a second, people. So I'm actually going to pull up the tweet thread. So what ended up happening was, we ended up having this conversation, and it went on for a little while. And he goes, you'll see forever. God bless. I go, what about my blind wife? Referring to her. She has no eyes. When God took her sight at 6 months old, what was he trying to tell her then? Why believe in a creator that would do and allow monstrous things to be done to children? His most vulnerable of creations. She still has a beautiful soul, right? Get what the image says and have her say it. So I believe he means tell her what the image says. I was supposed to tell you that Jesus is supposed to come and, remember that thing that we were told to say when we went to the Pentecostal church?
Yeah.
That. See, we've been to many, many churches. Many churches, because we were on a path we were kind of lost.
Yep. And that's who they prey on.
That's primarily who it is. It's weird. So, and I kind of went Hitchens on the guy. I seriously did. I feel kind of bad because I don't think this person was ready. Because quite literally, I just kept hitting him harder and harder and harder. And I go, answer the question, Padre. What does he choose? Why does he choose to harm the innocent? He doesn't choose this. You're obviously a good man and you fight for her. I was offering something that takes 10 seconds. Please try.
Fight for me?
Whoop, whoop. Oh no? Then why is it God's will? Only when it's positive? Or then when is it God's will? Only when it's positive? Because anyone that has cracked the Bible knows that's not true. And growing up as a Catholic, I certainly learned there's a lot done in the glory of God. Jesus wasn't Catholic, he is love. And I simply stated what all the certain chosen people say. If he existed, he was a man, nothing more. Maybe the 15 years of wandering east gave him some medical knowledge. But he was a man, no more than you or I. I don't think he liked that. See, you also switched it there. Are you talking God or Jesus? Or are you one of those, he's both pastors? So he quotes to me, John 10:30, I and the Father are one. And I simply said, you may want to go reread that whole thing. The interpretation of John 10:30 is that he and God are of one mind and spirit. Not literally, I am my own father, because that would mean God was born of Mary and Jesus is not the Son of God. Mm-hmm. He stated them as separate, yes. So, use of that scripture for? And nothing. I have not had an answer since.
And I love how he didn't say anything to me.
Probably thought you were trolling. But
that wasn't it. How was that a troll? That was an earnest. Read that. How was that a troll?
I don't know. So he's not a Calvinist. Nope. Oh, that's right. That's right. I gotta find the other thread. Thank you for pointing that one out to me there. So thank you, Ginger. So the neat thing about it was, it went beyond that. Where it doesn't choose. I do this because okay. So I asked. And that's not the answer. Okay, so he reposted. He added me on a completely new thread, right? And started a new thread. Didn't retweet me, nothing. At Pincalo. She still has a beautiful soul, right? Tell her get what the image says and have her say it. So she will have sight in heaven. Yeah, he copied the exact same thing that he said, right? And then she put in, if God took my sight in my infancy as some kind of test, I don't want to go to his heaven. If Satan took it and God did nothing, I still don't want to go to his heaven, that's actually pretty nice. Thanks, though. I am responsible for my own soul.
Well, I am.
Yeah. So I simply said to him, again, that's not an answer, but that's expected because that was having to do with that whole thing, right? Yeah. Many years and many of you religious leaders have all dodged the question. I wonder if Hitchens actually got the answer, because I really do. I want to know if Christopher Hitchens, because there was a talk that he did, and I can't remember what talk it was, but he actually got asked, if you actually came in and God was before you, what would you say? And I completely agree with him. He said he would ask God. He would say, why do you do the things you do? Why do you take an innocent child and put them in harm's way as a baby? Why do you take a baby's sight? Why do you take a baby's hearing? Why do you make it so a mother cannot hear their baby cry?
Yeah.
Why are you so... And it would come down to the concept of you worshiping a narcissistic individual who wants you to worship him or he'll smite you.
Yeah, I do it so that people believe in me. Well, you're a narcissistic piece of shit. Well, you're going to hell now. Good.
Shush. You gotta be careful with you. I'm trying not to be insulting. I wasn't insulting with the pastor. I don't think. I might have been. So, and he goes, we can't change the past. I'm trying to give you hope from what I have learned. And what have you learned? Has God appeared to you in physical form, or just through interpretation of text? And another thing, the past dictates the future, the present, and the future. So again, why does God choose and continue to choose to harm the innocent? And if it's not for the glory of his name, then what is the true purpose of his lessons? And it got into this weird thing. So his answer to that was Jesus, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
That's not an answer.
That's, again, not a fucking answer. And so I do this because I once saved a young man and asked the Holy Spirit to baptism him.
To baptism him?
It's fine. I will give it. I don't attack people's language because sometimes it sucks. You've seen my tweets. If I mock people for their misgivings inside of a tweet or correct their language, that leaves me open to the same attacks.
He's a pastor.
So?
He should know what...
Baptized, not baptism. It happens. Auto-text, autofill. The Spirit of Christ looked back at me through his eyes and said, you will see New Jerusalem, which is where we will go. God bless you. Again, that's not a physical... manifestation. That is a interpretation through someone else's eyes. So I wrote, so no, you haven't stood in God's physical presence. And only through the interpretations of others' delusions have you felt that dopamine release. Tingles down your spine as you dripped water or dunked them into a tank of water. This is going to be bad. I'm sorry to anybody in my group, out of you guys that believe that is religious. It's just, I'm looking at the camera, by the way, even though I have the camera off because I don't want it to be in potato mode. So I'm sorry. I just realized that.
Because what? Because burning heretics is great fun.
So, God dang it. Okay, so, sorry, Padre, but I've spoken with many men of religion, and you all have similar tales. It's true. Everyone I've talked to has all said the same thing. They were turned by someone else's interpretation or interpretation of what someone else saw. Mm-hmm. And here I go again, acting like I'm on camera. God damn it, I'm gonna hit camera. This is what I get for loving you people. You get me in potato mode. So, the rest of it goes along the lines of just trying to help, take care, and God bless the two of you. I actually want answers in this because I'm trying to find out. Like, I'm not sitting there trying to troll this guy.
You didn't ask for help. You didn't ask for help.
Just trying to help. Yeah, but you haven't helped. Help would be an actual answer. I tried to feed you love. Love is not truth, though. I am looking for truth in God. And in 13 years of asking religious people of all backgrounds, nothing new has been presented. And that's just in our experience. Previous to that, I had more years prior to that in which I had spoken to many religious heads trying to find my own path.
Mm-hmm. So,
I don't know if I should read that one, Pete. Ooh. Scurry part equals Christ died for all sins. No matter what, the debt has been paid. Means even the sins of Hitler are forgiven. So even Hitler is in heaven. Ooh!
Hitler was a Catholic and a Jew. His father was a Catholic.
And his mother was a Jew.
His mother was a Jew.
What's it called when you hate your mother so much that you decimate an entire race? Hitlerism?
Genocide with a matricidal bent.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Ask Jesus to reveal himself to you. You will see it happen in a way tailored for you.
Jesus is Bloody Mary?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty much it. I've done that with Candyman, with Bloody Mary, with the Leprechaun. Several different fearsome deities.
What do I do? Do I go over here?
So I'm kind of getting frustrated at this point.
Like, do I ask?
And I'm like, because I actually, the problem is, I'm not doing this. This whole conversation isn't meant to be a troll at all. I'm actually looking for someone who can present something like this. Like most atheists out there, we're not sitting there going, God is horrible and evil. We want to see proof of the existence. And to sit there and tell us that to manifest interpretations of things is like saying this can is a representation of God because it was crafted. And we're not going to go into the Ray Comfort arguments right now because then I'll start talking about bananas.
All right,
and how fucking stupid the banana argument is.
Check Streamlabs to see what Gunfox's message is.
Where's the Streamlabs thing? What's Streamlabs?
Love is the best he has to offer, says Irate Prostate.
That's fine, but that's not my point.
Oh, Pincalo, I doubt you'll read this spicy message.
I'll read everything. You guys know that. I read
you can only
almost anything, and why do I have to log in?
All he can do is spout platitudes. I really hate when people do that.
Oh, wait till you see the analogy he tried to pull. Wait till you see what bullshit he pulled out. And I actually had to double check my knowledge on it, and I'm glad I remembered. I actually contacted...
Grill and Pirate Pete. I'm not going to fall for the let me reveal myself to you again. Being an altar boy can be scary sometimes.
He's not wrong.
God damn, dude.
Aha! I found it. Gunfox, meh. I'm all for using God to drum up the civilians to become crusaders and march on the path of... God damn it!
March on the path.
How about this? Deus Vult with flamethrowers and chainswords. Okay, does that make it better?
Deus Vult.
Pretty much. Here. Let me do the. Let me help you out here. Let me do the Sinatra thing for you. Deus Vult, Deus Vult, Deus Vult. We will take Jerusalem. There we go.
Wow.
What? Because I can do that kind of a voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate myself some days. The funnier part is your fucking TikTok followers swear up and down that this is an act. That's the scary part. Your people think this is an act. My people at least know I'm this crazy.
Prospero says you're engaged in a lose-lose proposition. Belief statements and knowledge statements can't be argued against each other.
But listen to this part.
Wrong.
But my favorite part is that's where he goes, but I asked him, I go, why? And he goes, that's where your soul is. I go, where? Interpretation? My forehead? The tank of water? Core of the soul is in the spinal cord from my experience. Shielded. That's why God put it there.
Shielded, huh?
Hold on. I put, okay. And where can this chamber be seen on a body scan, or is this a philosophical chamber? And he brings up, Prospero, you'll love this. The 21 grams experiment refers to a scientific study published in 1907 by Duncan McDougall, a physician from Haverhill, Massachusetts. Physician is a very loose title for McDougall. McDougall was a crackpot who, and I actually double-checked this, and I found a paper that I had read before from McGill, and it's so informative, it's beautiful, and it points out the fact that the McDougall experiment was a weird one that, one, can't be duplicated. It involved, you know what the pool was? 6 patients lying on scales, and 15 dying dogs. And he followed the weight. He went to see, after you die, how much weight disappeared from you.
Why would you not use dying people?
They were dying.
You just said 6.
6 patients. Patients would equal alive at some point. So when they die, he would weigh out, he would figure out what the percentage of fecal matter, everything, including right down to gases and air escaping on 6 patients and 15 dogs. Okay. And that 21 grams is what he came up with to go, that's how much the soul weighs!
That's bullshit.
Oh, precisely. That's what he threw at me. And I actually had to ask a physicist to remind me, and he said the same thing. I'm vaguely familiar with it. And I double checked. I just did a couple quick little searches real quick, and I looked at it, and it reminded me of this. And I'm losing my fucking mind. And I go, yes, because 6 patients and 15 dying dogs is a great testing pool. His hypothesis experiment is still yet to be duplicated or accepted under peer review and will never be accepted. Mm-hmm. Haven't heard a word since.
Transformation of energy argument, says Prospero.
Oh, look it up, Prospero. If you want to see a fucked up study, look up the 21 grams experiment from McDougall. It is so mind-bogglingly stupid that you wonder how it even became published in 1907 in anything. I'm just dumb enough.
Conservation of energy.
I am just smart enough to be stupid, and I can understand how dumb that shit is. But yeah, it actually kind of. I was giggling all night. It was hilarious. It
was too.
Because it's just like, oh my god, it's almost as bad as this cod kill I had.
I was listening.
This guy backed himself off a fucking cliff and told his team, that's what this pastor did. I just backed myself off a cliff, but I didn't get killed by anybody. Oh my god. But yeah, so that was my internet stupidity for last night. And that went on for a while. And then Krill distracted me with posting the Epstein list. Because I'm actually going to pull that list up right now and read the names that are on it. Let's read the names!
Well, I was going to say really quick, should I talk about...
How many push-ups are you supposed to do for $5?
Yeah, Gunfox didn't... It's supposed to be how many push-ups can I do in...
5 minutes?
No, it's $2 a minute.
$2 a minute. So how many push-ups can you do in 2.5 minutes?
Not many.
Well, just so you know, wait. Military standard for 2.5 minutes for women in the Navy. I think you have to do 75.
I'm not in the Navy.
Neither were these women. Come on, they're officers. They can't do push-ups. Did I say that out loud? Oh my God. I shouldn't be talking like that. No. No. I should not be talking like that. I should be talking like this. Or I should be talking like this here, my lassie. Like this with a heavy accent from Auckland.
What is an accent?
An accent is like an oxen. By the way, is the screen any better or am I still a potato? I know the 21 gram argument. It's too small a pool. Two desperate creatures and the lack of precise measurements, not to mention no one wants to waste the time and effort to do. No shit! No shit! It's the stupidest... It is the stupidest concept and a thought I'd ever heard of. And the fact that somebody brought it up just blew my mind. Of all things, that was the last experiment I would think anybody would bring up.
Wow.
Hard, isn't it?
I haven't done push-ups in a while, and I did a whole bunch of planks beforehand, so my arms are already screaming.
See, this is why the idea you should do is you should do minute planks.
Yeah,
like
I should do
But,
it.
nope, too bad. You're on push-ups. Chop, chop. Let's go, woman. I can't because I got a bum elbow. Come on, get that ass down. Why the fuck are your feet spread out like that?
Because that's how I was taught.
Who taught you to do push-ups? Put your feet together, woman.
Why are you doing that?
You've never...
So I got taught wrong, so you're gonna shit on me.
I'm gonna shit on anybody who teaches somebody to put... Who does push-ups with their feet this far out? Who does that? Who does that? Anyway, make BP do the San Diego firefighter girly girl ladder lift.
What the hell is that?
I can't remember.
Oh.
I have no idea. Where am I? U.S. military for women is 45 in 2 minutes, I think. That actually makes more sense, Gunfox. Still a potato. Or the potato is normal. Oh boy, let me check the settings. Keep going. Keep going. Come on, woman. You can do it, honey. Come on, go, baby, go.
Ow.
What?
Huh?
What? What is wrong?
My back is doing...
That's not it. Your back
things.
is doing stupid things. That is not a good thing, dear.
No, it's not.
Oh, cam and mic settings.
Like...
Camera resolution. That one?
Why is it doing this?
I have no idea. Your back is seizing up?
Yeah.
Then you must stop. Is that better? Probably not.
Next challenge, next donation, I will do planks.
How many did you do?
I got to 15.
She got to 15. Can you give her that? Stand up and show them how tired you are. Or can you not stand up? If her back hurts, make her stop. Yes, she's stopping. See, she's up.
No,
she has stopped.
My back's been a lot better the last few weeks, but the shitty part is Logan decided I'm gonna play stool tower.
Yeah, he stacked up drum stools.
Yeah.
Like literally stools, one on top of the other, climbed on top and tried to pirouette.
No, he was trying to get food.
You didn't tell me that part.
Yes, I did. He was.
So what did he land on?
So what happened was I caught him, but I think what happened was when I caught him, we both went a bit forward, so he might have hit the corner of the wall.
Oh.
That's what I said yesterday when you were looking at his bruise.
All right. Well.
But yeah, I hurt my back when I caught him because had I not caught him, he would have landed a lot harder.
Okay. They changed the headline.
Of course they did.
You motherfuckers. Do I have the headline still?
Did you screenshot it?
I always been screenshotting a headline. They changed the headline. The first headline on here right now says why it may be harder to catch COVID-19 from surfaces than we first thought. Why it may be harder to catch COVID-19 from surfaces than we thought. This fucking changed. This title said something completely different.
Well, see if you've got the screenshot.
I will, but you need to...
while I'm talking, because what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go into full details because I don't want to spoil the video review. But I know I gave out a discount code for my collaboration with the Kentison company.
Oh.
Don't use it.
Yeah, don't use the code for her Kentison thing.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay. So it said the World Health Organization still maintains contaminated surface are a likely mode of transmission for COVID-19 despite the lack of concrete evidence. That's the tagline on CBC's Twitter for this. That's from 27 minutes ago. That was from then, okay? That was when they released this same story.
Yeah.
From playgrounds to packages, why it may be harder to catch COVID-19. Okay, I'm trying to open a screenshot. You know how you have the little links on Twitter? I'm trying to open the link on Twitter on the fucking screenshot.
Oh, that's funny.
I need drugs.
But yeah, so without spoiling the entire video review, because I am going to do a video on the one thing that I ordered. But I am not happy with their business practices.
Yeah, we canceled the order and then they shipped the thing anyway. It's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah,
lack of evidence for now remember YouTube. We are reading directly from CBC News.
Yeah.
Please do not yell at us. In fact, share screen. Application window. Aha. There. And it's probably still a potato.
You did it!
I bet you it's still a potato. Title change reflects the happy as. Hey, we're making this shit go up as we go. Yeah, it really is. Okay. Yawning. Sorry. I still have to stream after this. Jesus. I still have to game after this. What was I doing?
You were reading a story.
I was reading a story. I'm reading a story. La 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 la. Why it may be harder to catch COVID-19 from surfaces than we first thought.
Because it's...
Lack of evidence for infection from surfaces raises doubts about transmission. Now, this is from CBC. It is also a second opinion.
Does this mean we can open the playgrounds again?
Probably not.
So I can take the fucking kids somewhere other than the backyard?
This is an excerpt from excerpt. What a weird word. I hate that word. I can say substantive better than I can excerpt. A weekly roundup of eclectic and under-the-radar health and medical science news emailed to subscribers. See, this bothers me. This tagline right here that they have on this article always bothers me. They do this all the time with Second Opinion. So this is actually from a weekly eclectic and under-the-radar health and medical science news. What the fuck does that even... No, that's what they say. So the name is the newsletter, the emailed newsletter that goes around is called Second Opinion.
Okay.
And it is a weekly roundup of eclectic and under the radar health and medical science news.
So an anti-vaxxer thing?
It's some weird shit that CBC is using as a fucking source. And they do this all the damn time. This is the third article I've read like this.
This seems like something an anti-vaxxer would use.
Well, just listen. Disinfecting groceries, wiping down packages, cornering off playgrounds. While those approaches to COVID-19 infection became commonplace early on in the pandemic, the virus may not transmit as easily on surfaces as we originally thought. No shit. And experts say it may be time to shift our focus on how we protect ourselves. To date, there have been no specific reports of COVID-19 directly from contact with contaminated surfaces, even though research consistently shows the virus can survive on them for several hours or days. Which is it, hours or days? The update was part of the new scientific brief released by the UN agency outlining its stance on how COVID-19 spreads, after an open letter from more than 200 experts to change its messaging to on the possibility it transmits through the air. Which would make sense if someone is sneezing directly into your face and into your vicinity. Great. However, if it's a thunderstorm and a rainstorm and the wind is blowing, you shouldn't have to worry because it's not sentient. I mean, seriously, is the virus a boogeyman? Ooh, I see you over there. I'm going to go after you at that bus stop. Like,
No, it's
fucking a horror movie where you got these giant balloon-like viruses that are coming at you from afar. Oh my god!
No, it's because of its origin. It has to laugh. Raw.
Oh shit! You can't do that, white lady. You can't do that. Jesus, I don't even do those. I can't do those jokes anymore. I'll get in trouble.
You'll get in trouble, huh?
Yeah, I'll get in trouble. They'll yell at me and try to cancel my stupid ass. I don't want to get canceled. Jesus. Who wants to cancel my ass? No one wants to cancel the bacon. Everyone likes the bacon. Don't cancel bacon. Don't cancel the ape. Canceling the apes is bad. They did that, remember? They canceled an ape. All that ape was doing was trying to help that kid, and they shot him. Why would you shoot an ape? It was just trying to help a child.
Gorilla,
the kid.
not an ape. Well, no, a gorilla,
They're the same thing.
A gorilla is a great ape, so yeah.
They're the same thing.
But yeah, that's funny that you're
he was just trying to help the child. He was trying to help the child, and they put a bullet in him. It was not fair.
You know what Harambe was doing? He was going.
Shh, can't say the name.
He was going.
You're not allowed to say the name. They get in trouble. It's racist.
He was saying, "Come here, little boy. Your parents are shit. Let me take care of you. They let you climb into my bed.
It's not fair. Don't harm the apes.
They let you climb into my cage. Here, let me take
motherfucker.
care of
Okay.
you."
Despite the lack of concrete evidence on surface transmission, the who are you? Who still maintains contaminated surfaces, also known as fomites, are a likely mode of transmission for COVID-19. What? Maintain. So the proper term for contaminated surfaces is fomites. Fomites?
Okay.
Fomites.
Fomites.
Fomites. Fomites. Surfaces at not a significant risk for COVID-19. But experts from a variety of disciplines aren't convinced. No shit. Because the experts are nuclear scientists. They are all sorts of weird, different demographics of science, like geologists. That's
you
why.
Study continents. What do you think about the coronavirus?
Well, I found this rock, and it had this gas that came out of it. Maybe I released it. Actually, there was an interesting thing that was put out because there's a few historians that kick around on TikTok and stuff. And they're just amateur historians, like no other than the historians we have on YouTube. And this one guy put up the fact that they opened up King Tut's tomb. And when they opened up King Tut's tomb, there was this white box. And they just opened that box, like, this year. Mm. And nothing was in it. It was empty. So they think they released a curse. Makes sense? I'm willing to... I won't believe...
They found Pandora's box in Egypt, and they opened it. If you want to look at me in the way of someone, look at me like Laura Croft, without the tits, and the ass, and the vag. If you look at me like that, you'll think I'm Indiana Jones. It works. Are you Laura Croft or Indiana Jones? They both have the same concept. God doesn't make sense, but curses do. Part of the natural world. Emmanuel Goldman, shocking, a microbiology professor at the New Jersey Medical School of Rutgers, so wouldn't that just be Rutgers University Medical School? Okay. Said in an article published in the Lancet journal, that's actually earlier this week, that the risk of COVID-19 infections from surfaces is exaggerated. I'm using air quotes because they are using quotes. This is not a significant risk, he told CBC News. Not even a measurable risk. Think if it's the playground's back. Measurable risk? Goldman said the evidence for the infection from surfaces was based on lab experiments that were unrealistic when compared to real-life situations and used extremely large amounts of virus to test if it could survive over extended periods of time. This is giving me indigestion. Lindsay Marr, an expert on the transmission of viruses at Virginia Tech, who has studied the survival of COVID-19 on surfaces, said that, well, it's possible people could get infected from surfaces. It is unclear if it's actually happening. I actually talked to my cousin. Find out what she says. Get an opinion from someone up here working on this stuff. An actual biologist.
Well, she's a microbiologist. Same with these people. I think the thinking has changed. Ow.
You think the thinking?
Mars said, adding the perceived risk of transmission from contaminated surfaces is lower than it was earlier in the pandemic, when not much was known about the coronavirus. Well, God damn it. Stop switching words. Pick COVID-19 or coronavirus. I guess calling it the coronavirus would make sense, but okay. She said in order to be infected with COVID-19 from a surface, a person would have to transfer it to their fingers, where it would need to survive long enough to enter the body by touching the eyes, the nose, or the mouth. Oves, ears, yeah, blah, blah. We know that virus can survive on surfaces, and then the question is, can people pick those up and transfer them into their respiratory tract? You have to have a lot of virus on there to cause infections.
Wait, pick up the surface?
Like, take your hand, wipe an entirely contaminated, 100% contaminated surface, and then lick that bitch.
Yeah.
And smear it all over your face and inhale that shit while you're at it like you're huffing paint.
Yeah.
That's what they're kind of saying you have to do. The average person infected with COVID-19 isn't typically shedding large amounts of the virus at any given time. Noted infectious disease specialist Dr. Zane Kalya, an associate professor at McMaster. Hey, I wonder. An associate professor at McMaster in Hamilton. So maybe my cousin is involved. Cool. Viruses aren't that environmentally hardy. They're built to infect humans. They're built to infect cells. As soon as they leave the human host and enter the environment, they become more and more unstable. This is what I was told. And in fact, I think this is, you know what? I think this is one of her associates. So I'm really following this now. Yeah, I know. I kind of just doxed my cousin a little bit, but McMaster's massive, so you'll never find out. And she doesn't have the same last name as me, so good luck.
And you didn't say her first name either, so it's fine.
Some asshole on the internet knows someone that works in the microbiology program in Hamilton. Yeah, well. Oh, well. Sorry, cuz, if you see this, and I know you sometimes watch.
Wait, she does?
I think she said at Christmas time she's tuned in a couple times. So, hopefully she won't mind. Love ya. She's actually my favorite cousin. Yeah, I have like 10 cousins, and literally there are 2 that I like. Sorry, guys. Really, there are. And you 2 know who you are. And you're awesome. Eugene, I don't see them. Sorry, guys. I really don't see my family anymore because, well, my family's a weird scatterball across the country.
They are.
I literally have in territory, and in, like, between the 2 of us, our kids measure the entire spectrum of all races.
Yep.
So, yeah. It's actually kind of interesting. Like, we don't have like direct Chinese or but we've got Indian, where and we've actually got both Indians. We've got native Indians and we've got Indian Indians. We've got dot and feather. I've got a Nuktuksups in the Yukon, and she's got Métis or whatever the hell they call it back east.
Métis.
So it's like, it's actually kind of interesting to see the demographics. So it's really funny when I get called a white supremacist. Is funny. But then again, if they want to call, like, what's his face, Yosef, fucking a white supremacist, that's even funnier. The man's dark as shit. If there are just a few people touching it in an hour, it is very unlikely it will contain the infective dose of the virus. And also, don't forget, they're using UV lights. They were using UV lights to sanitize, and the sun is full of UV lights. So if you lay out in the sun, maybe you'll feel better. So get outside! Disinfecting surfaces, not as necessary as we thought. Gee, shocking, almost like viruses. Yeah. Once the reasons for evidence of COVID... This is a really long article.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, so we all know what the gist of this is.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to continue. It's just quite literally continuing. And continuing. And continuing. Misinterpretation of data. For parents and young children who are concerned about the risk of COVID-19 infection from surfaces like playgrounds, which have been off limits in cities like Toronto for months. Actually, every city. I have gone. So you guys know I drive all over Ontario. And in Ontario, if you put like the U.S. on a map and stack it with Ontario, like almost all of the U.S. fits inside of Ontario. Yeah, sorry, guys. It's really big. So, even the tiny towns, like, I went to, like, the tiniest town outside of St. Catharines, and And they had, you know, the construction fencing that has like wooden stakes and it's wired together. They had that shit like around, gripped, like fucking flex tape. They ours are taped off. Ours they put like yellow tape and a sign. Like the kids' playground here just has a sign that says, "Please do not let your children play because COVID."
Yeah.
But some of these places have literally caged off playgrounds, like inside of construction fencing level of caged them off. So playgrounds are probably one of the safer places for kids to congregate if they have to congregate. And the reason why is that sunlight kills off the virus pretty effectively. Now, I will repeat that. This is from people in higher up authority. This is from an authoritative news source. Mm-hmm. We are not the authoritative news source. We are the conveyance in which the authoritative news is convened through. That being said, playgrounds are probably one of the safer places for kids to congregate, if they have to congregate. And the reason why is that sunlight kills off the virus pretty effectively. So, if it is on surfaces, I don't think it's going to last very long.
No. Especially right now.
Now, those words, why does it just say she said? God, I hate when people do that. It literally just says she said. Mm. And above it says he said. Mm. So this is he said, she said?
Oh,
Thanks,
CBC.
I'm trying to find names. I am really trying to find names. And quite literally, I have seen he said. There's another he said.
Of course. Shit, I heard
Dr. Isaac Bogok.
I heard a thump. I'll be right back.
Okay, can you bring me water?
Yep.
I'm dying. Oh, okay, so it's the doctors. Okay. So the doctors that are listed above are from the Public Health Agency of Canada and the University of Massachusetts. So Dartmouth. Okay. So we're dealing with pretty authoritative sources here that are saying this. Now, what's chat looking like? Sorry, guys. Prospero's probably screaming. Where's Cryptic when you need him? The ape only wanted to give the kid a helping hand on how to make bishops happy is all. Snoring of men is karma for women, since women don't shut up all day, women don't shut up at night. They won't. I read the spicy message. Oh, this one I will get. Yes, you did. Okay, so now that we're at that point. So yeah, this is it's an interesting story. There we go. Back to this. So that's what we're looking at. So once again, we're sitting there looking at the misinterpretation of data. Once again, Changla said that at this point in the pandemic, there's no good reason why playgrounds should remain closed, given the combination of sunlight and open air ventilation making them relatively low risk activity. The kids, like our neighborhood, you've got groups of like 20 kids running around, so they're all doing the same shit they always do. They just have to stay off the playgrounds, and that's not right. Like, and they've opened the pools. Like the pools and the splash pads are fucking open. Right next to the swing sets and everything that are closed. Does that make any fucking sense? It's like there's... I don't want to sound conspiratorial. I hate that shit. But it's as if they're trying to do like this societal shift, but they're trying to take this gigantic Titanic ship and steer it instead of away from the iceberg. They're doing exactly what the Titanic did. And instead of going into the iceberg to smash it, they tried to veer away from it, causing all the shit along the side to go... But yeah, it's just wrong. Mara said the real risk of infections from playgrounds is largely from kids who are in close contact with each other, not from the surfaces they're interacting with. Howard Njoo, Canada's Deputy Chief Public Health Officer, said Wednesday that officials are weighing the evidence on infection in children, but that risk seems low. They've already said that kids... What are you doing, cat? Don't do that. Scratching my other chair. From the science that we know is that certainly young people, children, are less likely to have more severe consequences if they get infected with the virus. Gee, why does this sound like the chicken pox? It also appears that in terms of transmission, young children, at least in some of the studies I've seen, do not appear to be as efficient or effective in terms of transmitting the virus to others, so they're not even carriers, according to some studies. Of course, We're going to go with the fact that, yes, they're not citing the studies. I understand that. If I took the time to look it up, I'd probably find the studies, but I'm not going to do that right now because I'm lazy. The problem is public policy was driven by the misinterpretation of data, and a lot of us have established that. We've looked at it and gone, if you look at the mandatory mask concept, the argument, the Karen effect that has happened with the mask debate, where I've gotten looks. As a courier and a delivery driver, I go into many places, many different types of places, and what I've noticed is, like, certain realtors, they have signs that say, you must wear a mask before you come in here, and I'll still walk in. And you get looks from these people, but it's not provincially mandated. People are trying to push for a provincial mandate, but again, it's just like Monkey says and like everyone else says. You can't make it a government reach thing. You need to let the businesses take care of it as their own policies, based upon what their interpretation of whatever is. And in Ontario, they've specifically said, don't shame people, because it's wrong. And the funny part is, in an article called The Do's or Don'ts of Wearing a Mask, in the bottom of it,
you suck at keeping an eye on chat.
I was watching chat.
Really?
Yes.
Why didn't you check Streamlabs then?
Because that's not chat, that's Streamlabs.
Why didn't you see Gunfox say that there was another Streamlabs? If you were keeping an eye on chat.
Because now I have to look it up. Here, more water, please. The only difference between the ape and the city...
Oh, boy.
Individuals is the individuals get government handouts and can steal what they want. Both get lead-pilled by the police. Ha! I read it without having to pick the words that you would get me smacked for. Ha! 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 I win. You lose.
And Gunfox knew exactly what I would say, too. He knew I was going to say, oh, God.
Naughty, 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 Gunfox, you bad naughty boy. Naughty, naughty
so that
boy.
Means I get to do a plank now.
Yes, you get to do a plank for 3 minutes.
3 minutes? I thought it was 2.5 minutes.
Well, fine then. Oh, you sent me a text that said Streamlabs.
After I said in chat, check Streamlabs.
Hold on a second. We're probably still in potato mode, and I can't even fix the stupid screen.
Oh my god, I already did a whole bunch of planks. This hurts.
So keep going. Hey, you know what the world record plank is?
Like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, you think that's that? You think that's the world record plank? Let's look that up really quick. World record plank. George Hood held the plank for 8 hours, 15 minutes, and 15 seconds in Chicago, Illinois.
Fuck that shit.
That dude looks cut as fuck. And the thing is, he looks like he's about 60.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's still in excruciating pain after breaking the Guinness World Record for planking over 8 hours.
I bet.
On March 2nd, 2020. So it's actually quite recently.
I bet he's in excruciating pain.
Yeah. And he was holding something in his hands the whole time. Then you got to put your legs, you got to put your ass down a little bit more. You got to straighten. The idea is straight. A plank is not bent. A plank is straight. You're still not straight.
I thought I was.
No, your ass is crooked. There you go. You got to hold it like that. That's a plank. Oh, it hurts even more now, doesn't it? Oh yeah, that's the burn you got to feel, baby. That's the burn. You still got 2 minutes left.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Keep going.
I have a minute and a half.
Keep going. Blind, I feel not worth it. Not worth what? Keep going.
Okay. I still have those bruises on my elbows, too.
Well, then use your fingertips. Get your weight off your elbows. You really want to work it. You really want a full body plank?
No,
go off your
really
fingertips and your toe tips.
Fucking back. What the fuck?
Okay, then stop. Gunfox, end the donations, please, unless you just want to have fun. We can't do it anymore. Her back is bad.
I have not recovered from Friday. Not worth it. I think that plank for 8 hours, fuck that. And the thing is, I generally actually
Like, this guy looks like he's trying to take a shit.
I actually like planks, usually.
I like planks, too. Except we used to do 8-count bodybuilders. That led to planks. Those were deadly. 8 reps equals 1.
Wow.
And it's not what you think. It's a push-up, a squat. It's a push-up, squat, plank. Oh, shit, I can't remember all the moves.
Because I did 2 ab workouts today, and in those, there's a plank, a side planks, and then planking with leg lifting. So I've already done 30 of those.
Okay.
On top of what I just
did. All right. Next topic, real fast, because it's getting late. It's 10 after. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Okay. So, we want to do the We Charity. We already know that about the Trump Hispanic and Goya. We already know that the president of Goya said, "Oh, thank you, Mr. Trump," and everyone went, "We're gonna boycott Goya, the only Hispanic company." Wait, what the hell?
Yeah, did you see the dumb shit on Twitter?
Now,
my husband is Cuban and blah, blah, blah.
This
We've thrown out all of our Goya
is
products.
the hell that Canada is dealing with right now. Oh, except for this part. This is actually kind of... So the feds are taking extra precautions to prevent the Ghislaine. It's pronounced Ghislaine, by the way, guys.
Not Ghislaine.
Not Ghislaine. It's French. Ghislaine. Ghislaine. Yes, that is the way you're supposed to say it. Don't feel bad. Don't feel dirty. She's a dirty, dirty woman. Dirty girl. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Dirty girl. So, yeah. So from a source, feds are taking extra precautions to prevent the Ghislaine Maxwell suicide. Or as we like to call it, the Clinton Express.
Yeah. No shit.
Or as I call it, SADS. Suddenly Assisted Death Syndrome. That's what it needs to be translated into. SADS. I don't care what anybody says. Federal officials are taking extra precautions to ensure the recently incarcerated Ghislaine Maxwell doesn't meet the same fate as her accomplice Jeffrey Epstein, who did not commit suicide by hanging in custody last year. Jesus Christ, really? You're going to stick with that?
That's your story and you're sticking to it, huh?
These measures include taking away her clothes and bed sheets and making her wear a paper garb. Oh, you mean like they do on people?
What?
That's what they do to everybody on Suicide Watch.
She's the fucking paper bag princess.
Pretty much, according to an anonymous official in an interview with the Associated Press. How does that go in there, Blind Press? Do you agree with the Associated Press, Blind Press? It also means Maxwell has a roommate in her cell. She is monitored and someone is always watching her while she is behind bars. The Justice Department has placed federal officials outside of the Bureau of Prisons to prevent other inmates from harming her and to prevent her from harming herself. Yeah, but who's gonna prevent the CIA spook that's inside the cell with her from killing her? Like, seriously? Seriously? Do they have... Are the cameras working, too? Like... We have asked...
Do they have malfunction-proof cameras?
I don't know. Are you watching chat?
I'm trying to.
How are you trying to? Where's your phone?
Right here.
And how are you watching chat?
With this.
With this? Now you are. We asked the Bureau of Prisons to tell us specifically the protocols they're following, and we have a number of redundant systems to monitor the situation. Redundant being the key word. AG William Barr told ABC News on Wednesday.
Push-ups and sit-ups with a 120-pound bag. We don't have a 120-pound bag.
No spank you. The concern is not unreasonable. After Epstein was found dead in a Manhattan correctional facility last year, kneeling with a strip of bedsheet around his neck. That's because he did a backflip off of a 4-foot-tall bunk bed, right?
That's how you hang yourself. Yeah.
These usually involve some member of the wealthy elite fixing to have him killed before he could name names in a trial. Oh, a great many theories. I missed a line, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Despite a medical examiner having ruled the death a suicide... Okay, guys, just so you know, I'm reading this as it's written from the National Post. So, and this is coming from the Associated Press. So, this is the official accounting of what happened, of all this stuff. Ninja, stop it. You can't get on the show. More water, please.
An investigation found that 2 of Epstein's guards, Tova Noel and Michael Thomas, did not make the required rounds every half hour to his cell, despite filing paperwork claiming they had. But he didn't kill himself, guys! They were also discovered to be asleep in their desks only about 15 feet from Epstein's cell, and they couldn't hear a guy doing a backflip off of a bunk bed. They were also discovered to be asleep at their desks, only about 50, for about 2 hours during their shift in November.
They were drugged?
They were charged with conspiracy to defraud the United States and making false records. Seriously, that's it? God damn.
PME wasn't sad.
I believe very strongly in that case, Barr said, and I was very proud of the work done by the department, the Southern District of New York, on that case. And as you will recall, after he did not commit suicide, I said that I was confident that we would continue to pursue this case vigorously and pursue anyone who's complicit in it. And so I'm very happy that we were able to get Ms. Maxwell. Yeah, get would be the primary thing. Maxwell was arrested last Thursday on charges that she helped lure at least 3 girls, one as young as 14, into a sexual by Epstein, who was himself accused of trafficking and abusing dozens of girls over many years. Dozens? I thought it was hundreds. She has called the claims absolute rubbish.
Sure.
A team of federal agents found her hiding. I love that. Yes, she was hiding in a $1 million mansion that she paid cash with.
Mm-hmm.
She was taken to the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, just over the bridge from where Epstein was held. The labyrinthian... I hate word. Why? Why do you have to use a $40 word?
Because they're paid.
The labyrinth case, the labyrinthian... Labyrinthine...
Labyrinthian, you're right.
Labyrinth... That word... Here. This word. If you could read this word, you are smarter than me. The case against Epstein has implicated many of the elites of the world, including Mr. Trump, Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, Elon Musk, and Alan Dershowitz. Really, that list I've got is a lot longer than that. Last September, sealed court records indicated about 1,000 names associated with Epstein. That's it. God, I hate you, National Post. Please learn to write. Write an ending to your stories. And yeah, so we know that one. So this is the interesting thing that we're dealing with right now. So we've got a whole Clinton-esque kind of conspiracy going on. So we've got Mr. Trudeau, who I kind of want to shoot out of a fucking cannon right now. I said out of a cannon, not with. RCMP, keep an eye on what I said. Out of a cannon. Kind of like they took, Skinner, put him on a train. Or who was the one that they catapulted out of the city? Remember, anybody who does so will be shot with a catapult when the brains took over Springfield. Remember that episode?
Oh,
in the charter.
Anyone who I can't remember what it is.
Anyway, having to do with shooting someone out of a catapult. It's the same kind of concept. I would rather take him and shoot him back to Richelieu with a catapult. Allow me to clarify that. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a moment. So the We charity, which is a weird charity, lays off hundreds after deal with the Trudeau government is canceled. Now, the interesting thing about the We charity is a big organization that...
Big anti-bullying.
Yeah, it's the We Care thing. Oh, this is a Star article. I forgot.
You also would you like to know an interesting connection to the We stuff? Our favorite blind YouTuber,
we all
toured with the We campaign for a year and a half.
So, really quick, they laid off 450 members because, Trudeau just got the shit ripped out of him for this. Because this is his 3rd ethics violation. 3rd. 3 ethics violations, and they still will not take him down. His mother, his sister, and his wife all spoke at We charity events and were paid almost $400,000 to attend these events. I'm sure you guys in the States can relate to a certain individual whose wife, mother, and sister and daughter speak at certain charity events and was given copious amounts of money while still in office for these events, but not directly because it was his family. Now, the We charity was given control over certain aspects of reform in Canada, totaling $900 million in wealth. Not anymore. They got caught. And the fact that Trudeau is still not facing a no confidence vote is a major problem for me. The only problem is our government right now is a little scattered because, one, we're dealing with the pandemic right now, and the fact that he still hasn't really allowed Parliament to continue.
Yeah.
Bertus Chagger, who is the Liberal MP, who's basically his direct secondary, and Christy Freeland, by the way, is apparently acting. Is supposed to be deputized. So we're going to have another situation like we had with, oh my God, wow,
with Chrystia and Paul Martin?
No, how did we get Kim Campbell?
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Chrystia better not be.
No, how did we get Kim Campbell?
She was deputized.
She was deputized, why? Because of a financial scandal.
Yeah.
Under who?
Mulrooney.
Who was Mulrooney friends with?
Not Trudeau.
Exactly. This is weird.
Not Trudeau.
Senior.
Not
Really?
Trudeau. Mulrooney was a conservative.
Okay, but
Mulrooney and Trudeau were at huge odds with each other.
So who's he following then?
It's following the same thing. Mulrooney.
It's going to be the same.
Know it.
It's going to be the same
He's
setup.
This stupid. He doesn't understand that he's doing the exact thing that his dad's fucking opponent did.
Like, look
he's
at this
that
loser.
Dumb.
So, and it's weird. So conservatives call for Trudeau to testify before the committee on the We charity deal.
I bet they do.
Look at him. He's looking pretty stressed. So the federal conservatives want Prime Minister Trudeau to testify before a parliamentary committee about his government's controversial decision to enlist We Charity to administer a $900 million student volunteer program.
Jesus.
This was a kind of a money grab, right? Conservative finance critic Pierre Poilievre laid out the demand Sunday amid growing pressure on Trudeau and Liberal cabinet ministers to explain the genesis of the sole-sourced deal with We, which was announced last month before being cancelled days later. He needs to explain where exactly the idea came from, Poilievre said during a news conference on Parliament Hill, in which he acknowledged the rarity of prime ministers appearing before parliamentary committees. When was the last time this happened? Oh, right. We just talked about that. Did the We organization call him and suggest it? Did it come through the staff in his office? Did it come from his own head? Did members of his family who have been paid by the organization suggest it to him? Clinton's. We need to hear directly from him on these questions. Mm-hmm. Trudeau announced the Canadian Student Services Grant on June 25th, saying tens of thousands of students having a hard time finding summer work due to COVID could volunteer up to 500 hours to earn the maximum $5,000 toward their post-secondary costs. So you would get $5,000 toward your student loan. So you volunteer to get a credit of $5,000 on a $100,000 student loan.
What a waste of taxpayer money.
And think about it. Where do a lot of our students come from? Are most of our students localized? You know, the fact that our student population rivals our national population. The fact that we have a massive exchange program.
Mm.
But the program came under immediate scrutiny after it was discovered that We had been chosen to administer it. Trudeau said federal public servants had recommended the organization and that it was considered the only one capable of delivering the program. The only one. Trudeau nonetheless faced accusations of cronyism and allegations of a conflict of interest over his past connections with We. Duh. Those allegations have only grown after revelations his brother and mother
Michelle? No, not Michelle.
had been paid a combined $300,000 for appearing. I thought the number was like 368 for appearing at a number of We events. The Prime Minister and Finance Minister Bill Morneau, oh my God, so shocking, have both confirmed that they did not recuse themselves from the cabinet vote that approved giving the contract to We. One of Morneau's daughters has spoken at we events while another does contract work for the organization.
And
you tell me this isn't some fucking
We Day's
farcical
been around
bullshit.
Since 2011.
You fucking tell me that this shit is not orchestrated bullshit.
So, no, but We Day's been around, like the We thing has been around since like 2012. So, how long has this been going on?
There's the other question. Okay,
Has this been going on just as during his prime ministership, or has this been going on since before his prime ministership?
The fact that this
why
is
has he not disclosed any of this?
the whole fucking thing is the fact that they're the Clintons.
Mm-hmm.
Next, and don't forget also that the Liberal Party is specifically the Democratic Party. We've had email scandals. We've had fucking everything that you guys have.
Financial scandals. Yeah.
This is like the 500th financial scandal.
Sponsorship scandals.
So, ethics violation after ethics violation after ethics violation.
Like after the SNC thing.
You guys, see, here's the thing. You guys in the American left, you guys think you got problems with fucking Trump pulling shit? Try seeing this shit from our perspective.
Yeah, fucking Trump.
Try seeing the crap being pulled when you can't actually remove your individual from office without the help of a majority government. You have to have a majority conservative government in order to pull a liberal prime minister, which is why we can't get a no confidence vote right now. Now, the thing is, the other problem is, and I was explaining this to, who was I explaining this to?
I don't know.
I was explaining this to, I think, Gulf Citizen, or Alamo. And because the whole concept comes up with, our system is kind of fucked up because first past the post is a terrible system.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as the Electoral College, which I agree with. This system is kind of fucked because you can't vote for the person. So we're stuck with all of the Singh, May.
And the only way that we would ever get a no confidence vote is if Singh and Scheer or whoever they
And yes,
vote
Gunfox, you are correct.
and whoever they vote in for then, because Scheer was going to step down and they're going to vote in somebody else.
Well, and then don't forget right now.
But the only way we'd get a no confidence vote is if somehow Singh, May, and Scheer or whoever they pick next.
See, there's the other problem is our conservative party. See,
on something, like because the conservatives would have to say, okay, guys, what is one thing that you want us to do if we get into power? Because there's no way the NDP would get into power.
No, the NDP, the commies aren't going to get into power. So it
would have to be, the conservatives would have to win, or would have to be the leader, the big party. And then they'd have to go to Jagmeet Singh and Elizabeth May and go, okay, what is the one thing that you think that, or what is the one thing that you will not budge on? And the shitty part is that it's gonna be something stupid like free medication for all, or free dental care for all, or because that's what Jagmeet is freaking.
Well, yeah, he's trying to pull the same things that they were.
That.
See, he doesn't. He wants.
And the conservatives will not agree to that shit. So then there will never be a coalition for a no confidence vote.
This is
Because
correct.
they will not be able to agree on a compromise.
Now, you missed the video, and I wish I could find it. Actually, let me see. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Hello, potatoes. And I'm going to check the Twitter thread real quick, because I believe I sent...
They come from China, just like in the U.S. Most of the college kids are from China. Yep.
Precisely. I'm trying to find the video that I sent you. Did the video get sent to you?
Nope.
Really?
I didn't have any videos.
Damn it.
I just got the tweet.
Oh, wait, that's right. I screen recorded it, so we're going to have to listen to it on horrible audio.
Oh.
No, it's actually quite important. I screen recorded it because of the fact that there is a massive chance that it got deleted by now.
Mm-hmm.
Is this it? No, it was a Toronto Star thing, and yeah, it's not on there. It's not there. So what it was the whole thing talking about this, what we're talking about right now.
Right.
And it points it out perfectly. So just give me a second. Talk to the wonderful people. It's 11:30.
I need to figure out if my screen recording worked. I tried to screen record my last, because I tried to screen record the last match of my stream from last Sunday, because the reason it ended so abruptly was because I tried to hit the clip thing, and I didn't I forgot that if you were streaming and you went to hit the clip option on the PlayStation, that it would stop your stream.
Oh, really? It only let me do 45 seconds? Okay, so I'm going to have to let this play. Play video.
We had Bootgate, then we had Growgate, then we had... So just stay with me for a moment. We had Bootgate, then we had Growgate, then we had multiple incidences of Justin Trudeau wearing blackface, too many to remember, if you recall. He certainly didn't. We had the Aga Khan conflict of interest. We had the SNC Lavalin scandal, which nearly blew up his cabinet. And now we have the WeGate. And this is a story that continues to unfold, and really it's the great unraveling at this point. Recently, of course, we discovered that not only did Prime Minister Justin Trudeau vote for the $912 million sole source contract to the charity, his cabinet minister and his finance minister, Bill Morneau, did as well. But this is where things continue to get interesting. So it was revealed this week that Justin Trudeau's brother...
I wish she had used a shotgun mic instead of an open fucking hall mic. She's got all the traffic coming in behind her.
$1,000 by the We Charity for a number of and varying...
Wait, what was that? What was that little thing she just said there? How much money?
$912 million.
$950
charity for a number of and varying speaking engagements.
Put it back.
And then the finance minister, Bill Morneau, $353,000 by the We Charity this week that Justin Trudeau's brother, his mother, and his wife were all paid over $353,000 by the We Charity for a number of and varying speaking engagements. And then the finance minister, Bill Morneau, his daughter works for the We Charity. And he also did not recuse himself from cabinet or those discussions or the
he voted
on giving that sole source contract, which has subsequently been pulled from the We Charity because, according to the government of Canada, they said they were the only organization that was allowed to, or capable of administering such amount of funds.
The Prime Minister or any member of his family.
This is okay. Here, let me pause this for a second. So this is Poilievre. This is the man I was talking about. This is him actually addressing Berdish Chagger, the Liberal MPP, the MP. Sorry, she's actually our MP. Like she's our fucking representative. Sorry, it's aggravating as shit. Like this fucking woman. So Berdish Chagger is our actual MP, which makes us angry. We didn't vote for her. We voted Conservative. But unfortunately, you can only vote Liberal, Conservative, NDP, or retarded.
Yeah.
So we're not going to vote Green.
And Costin, you're right. We should do a stream about talking about election, like how elections are done here.
Oh, I'm too dumb for that. Okay, ready?
Before it was awarded, yes or no? The
Here.
Honourable Minister.
So,
according to the government of Canada, they said they were the only organization that was allowed to, or capable of administering such.
I can't really pinpoint where I am on this.
Or any member of his family talk directly with we about this contract before it was awarded? Yes or no? The Honourable Minister.
I think it's really important that the member correct the record because the member should not be putting words in my mouth. What I have said clearly is that the public service made a recommendation. We accepted the recommendation.
That's not an answer.
I asked a yes or no question. I finally got a yes, so I was merciful that we finally got an answer. So if the minister wants to correct herself, then I'll allow her to do that, as the House will welcome that clarification. So again, yes or no? Did anyone in the PMO talk with anyone we about this contract before it was awarded? Yes or no? Honourable Minister.
As has clearly been stated, the public service made a recommendation for We Charity to advance this program. We accepted their recommendation.
So, yes
the government
or
hasn't been very
no?
forthcoming when the opposition party has been hammering them in the House of Commons, demanding answers for Canadians about how this contract even came to be. Was anybody else in the Liberal government involved? Because now we know as well that the ethics commissioner is going to be doing yet another investigation into the prime minister and his dealings with this We Charity scandal, which continues to have tentacles all over the place. And now there are some suggestions that there is a mini revolt happening within the Liberal caucus.
This is actually
a
an interesting
number of
thing.
Liberal members of Parliament are quietly, or maybe not so quietly, suggesting that Justin Trudeau should step aside and deputize Chrystia Freeland, who is the Deputy Prime Minister, and seems to
And
be
people
having
are going
the most
after her
responsibility of this
already
government, is
hard.
acting like the PM anyway, that she should be in charge while this
She's a
yet
much
another
better
ethics
person than
investigation
Trudeau.
goes on.
No,
Log on to
well,
Facebook.
She's a little
Twitter,
fucking
Not
nutty, but
much
and don't forget
better,
to
but
subscribe to our
she's
YouTube
got a better
channel.
head on her shoulders. So that's what we're dealing with here. I hope it wasn't too distorted or anything like that. I hope you guys got the gist of the information. But yeah, that's from the Toronto Sun, the Sun Media Corporation. And I want to. That's and Zara. Thank you. That was Zana or Zara. I can't remember her name. I feel bad, but what I'm trying to say is it's the fact that that's what we're dealing with here. You guys think you got some fucking bullshit going on down there. Like, this is the politics we're dealing with up here. And the fact that what you just heard was Berdych Chagger sitting at home just up the street from us, and she's on her webcam, and Polivier is actually in Ottawa sitting in the chambers in Parliament doing his fucking job. All the conservatives are concerned. Like, that's the thing. It's
They're at
it
work.
aggravates me.
They're at work. The Liberals MPs are all at home.
So yeah, so that's our world up here. For those of you that are wondering what we're doing, so it's not so much as we're screwed. It's so much as this is the bullshit that we're dealing with, and the fact that we cannot eliminate this prime minister from his position in office. I see what you were trying to do there. To eliminate him from his position in office and have him, Chrystia Freeland would be a better stand-in. And my problem is, though, we would come up with a Kim Campbell situation in which nobody wants that.
Yeah.
We're coming up on an election in 2 years. 2 years? Are we 2 years out of an election or a year out of an election?
3.
No, really?
Mm-hmm. Last October.
This stupid country. Election in November.
We
Election in
need
November. Again?
We need a freaking no confidence vote.
We do, but like we have already stated, we can't do that with the current seat positioning that we have. Trudeau may have. There is no majority. That's the weird fucking part. We have not faced a non-majority government in a long time.
The only thing that might get
learn to spell, Gunfox, and then you can criticize me.
The only thing that might give us a no confidence vote is if there is, as being stated, a mini revolt going on in the Liberals caucus.
Yep.
If there's enough people pissed off enough to cross the aisle.
Well, yeah, if we can get people to cross, if they can get.
Then
but if you look at what Chagger just said, for instance, Berdych is a prime example of the feet in the sand Liberal that they have to deal with, which is what the primary caucus is made of when it comes to the Liberals. It's primarily made up of brainwashed individuals like Berdych Chagger.
Yeah, but if you can get enough backbenchers to walk the aisle or to cross the aisle, there wasn't that much of a difference.
We'll see. I mean, don't forget also, what is the Sun known for? Sensationalism.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're looking at from the Sun could also be a sensationalist argument of maybe 5 members. She tried to say ministers. Like, I don't know if you caught her slip-ups.
She screwed it up, yeah.
She wasn't teleprompted. That's why. She was trying to go off of memory. You could tell she's a teleprompt reader. So.
But, I mean, even if there's only 4 or 5 right now that cross the aisle, that's 4 or 5 that plant the seed in other backbenchers. I'm not saying the primary caucus is going to do it. I'm saying it's the backbenchers. The people that are not as dyed-in-the-wool liberal. The people that are liberal-minded but are still logical.
Yeah.
They are probably right now going, is this really my party? I don't know if I want this to be my party anymore.
Possibly.
And there's going to there's going to be a few that end up crossing the aisle. I don't know if it's going to be enough to make it a majority. Because they're smart enough to know that going independent's not going to get them anywhere.
This is correct. Now, let's chat. Do you guys have anything you want to say before we take off out of here? Besides you're fat.
Join the American Empire.
No, I did that once. I'm not doing that again.
Oh, Pincalo,
I will stand on the border with my rifles, and I will defend this country single-handedly from the tyranny that is the United States of conglomerates.
And then we will change the national anthem back to "In All Thy Sons' Command."
That too.
Stupid bastards. Anyway.
And by the way, if you talk trash on it, never mind.
We have. I think we've come to the end.
We have, because I need to get my game stream going so I can go to sleep. I need to go annoy some people. It's more fun that way. So go to twitch.tv/DrivingApe to watch me at least do something on Call of Duty for like half an hour.
The description.
And look for my clips, because the clips are going up again. And I've been having too much fun. I did the Verdansk Ice Ballet the other day. That was too much fun.
I need to start coming up with...
I'm not sure about blind press. MPs aren't accountable to their ridings, but their parties. Exactly. No. This is very, very true, Costin.
Yeah.
It's actually true. It's like your governors. Your governors don't give a shit about you. They give a shit about the government that they serve. And they give a shit what goes into their pockets. They don't care about the average person. That's the problem. That's why I'm not an anarchist. I'm a reformist. We need to fix the governments and make it back to the way it was. I miss the 90s. The 90s was a better time. We peaked. Society peaked in the 90s. We're now going on the tumbling down the tumbling side of Mount Everest. I'll be on PS4. But it's cross-platform, Gunfox. If you want to find me, you can find me, but you won't find me. I'll be playing Warzone.
Yeah, do you have... Oh, yeah, because he has Steam, right?
Well, you can cross-platform.
That's what I mean.
And that's the nice thing. That is the nice... You know what? That's the nice thing. I still have to get the money together. If anybody wants to contribute to the purchasing of Modern Warfare multiplayer, which is $80-some-odd frickin' dollars, you know where to go.
Also, if there's...
But I've been having more fun in Warzone, just annoying people. I like my knife. I've been posting more knife kills.
Also, I'm trying to do more gaming, and if anyone has Mortal Kombat on PlayStation or Xbox, because that is crossplay from Xbox and PlayStation, we can play. So, Irate, Prostate, and I had a lot of fun last night, so we're definitely going to be doing more of that.
Good.
Thank you for watching, everybody. The links to everything that we do is in the description, except for our TikTok links.
TikTok links are easy to find us. Just go to TikTok and look up Driving Ape. I'm the only one. And look up Blind Press.
Yeah.
She's the only one.
But Instagram, Twitter... Patreon, all of those links are in the description.
If you want to see the fakest real picture of the moon, go to my Instagram. I did take a really beautiful one.
We will be doing more Patreon content soon. It's just Pincalo's had tons.
Here's the problem, okay? I drive for 8 hours a day, and I get home, and my creativity of how to make her photos look enticing and awesome, they just kick my ass. Now, the burlesque set, which we did take the photos of, I still have to go through her memories, cards, and everything and get those photos and put them up. So the half-naked burlesque set with the fishnets, that'll be up.
We're definitely...
And I fixed the fishnet shot. She hates the way... Yeah, but I fixed it so it looks really nice. You'll like the view. So please, feel free to join the Patreon if you want to see the nice modeling that I am doing for the photos for this beautiful woman.
And we'll also be...
Oh, and we have to do the 1 month size... I have to do the side-by-side for all the nudie photos.
And we also will definitely be able to do more content on the weekend of the 25th because we'll be alone.
And Gunfox, everyone appreciates you always tossing money when you can.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
I mean, I do it too. Believe me, I tallied up actually how much I ended up giving away or donating last month to everybody, and I gotta slow down.
Yeah, I'm at $30-something because I donated a bunch.
Our original plan for, what this was the whole Streamlabs come in, Streamlabs go out. unfortunately, we care more about making sure everyone else, you know how it is.
Yeah.
So we love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in once again to watch us ramble and be insane and crazy and listen to my insane voice.
Have a great night, everybody, and I will.
Hopefully, I can get this piece of shit fixed. Because it's an
stay-
expensive piece of shit. $2,000 piece of shit. Not a good thing to have lying around for a fucking paperweight. I'll tell you that right now.
And also stay tuned for more gaming streams for both of us to fill up the gaps of
To fill up the gaps.
coffee stream.
Yeah, well, yeah. And also, I go live. We go live. We do all sorts of fun stuff. You can find us on the Chinese spyware app known as TikTok. You won't find me on the Zuckerberg spyware app of Facebook. I'm not on there anymore. But yes. Thank you so much for tuning in, people. We love you so much. We can't wait to see you next week. It will be fun.
Good night.
Good night.